graphic representation of the FlashScan Nova confirms once again that the fs2 2 is connected to the scanner correctly. The basic settings tools option were adjusted in the right manner. With the next step, we have to check now if an image is delivered by the scanner to the fs2 2. Without using the scanner itself, the preview option is shown if the camera or the sensor is connected via USB 3 cord correctly and an image is delivered to the software. This action may take a short moment. The image shown that the camera is somehow looking at the film and has not yet been set up. We now have to carry out some essential project-related preparations to set up the FlashScan Nova for the first digitization. In some cases, these settings can also be done by using the scanner touch panel directly, but we recommend doing this via the fs2 GUI. The required film format has to be selected at first by using the button format. The 60mm print material with optical sound and one perforation row we have selected to carry out the first digitization. The type of the chosen footage will adjust it by using the button type, positive, negative or negative with orange mask. In this case, we decide digitizing the print. The button frame rate is used to set the original image speed of the film. This is important because the target speed and the capture speed can be set separately as well as differently. Set up the required scan speed here. The mode high resolution will be selected by using the capture button. The high speed opportunity is linked to the fs2 2 option turbo mode and can be used to digitize 8mm or Super 8 with up to 50 frames per second. Further explanations of the turbo mode are given in the tutorial number. To speed up the film material onto the adjusted scanning speed before start capturing the image will be activated by using the mode pre-roll on. We also recommend using this setup in case of capturing audio as well. Pre-roll off, starting the scanner and the recording at the same time. Depending on the fs2 2 licenses, you will find all standard file formats at the section File Formats, such as a single image formats TIFF, DPX-LOG and LIN, as well as the self-contained formats DNX, HD or ProRes. The Tools Option Licenses button will show that some of the formats must be licensed separately. Explained in the beginning already, in the case of the single image format, the sound is stored separately in the WAV file. The required format must be selected before recording. In case of debugging purposes, the raw image item can be selected and sensor image can be saved without being processed in fs2 2 directly. The extended functionality is recommended to be switched off during the start process at first. Regardless of the size of how the sensor will capture the image, we need to select the size resolution by clicking the frame size button. In this case, we decide to create a 4K ProRes 422 file. The organization of how our first FlashScan Nova project should be created is very essential. At first, we have to assign a unique project name. In this case, we decide using the title Test. In addition, we also should assign dedicated roll numbers as well as scene numbers. Here we are entering the number 1. The given file name is generated by the fs2 2 automatically. Nothing has to be entered or changed by the operator normally, as well as the default should not change at the beginning. By moving the mouse pointer onto the field, more detailed explanations how to operate here will shown in the pop-up window that opens up. This enables a possibility to the user to adapt the structure of the tracking setup according to the specifications for file post-processing. To create a single DPX or TIFF image to use for service purpose, for example, we have to click onto the single shot button. The option Start Capture will be activated if the scan mode is switched on. However, a few more settings are essential. In addition, the type of the footage, positive, negative or negative with an orange mask, has to be selected. After checking the software settings once again, we now have to verify whether the film has been placed correctly onto the machine. To do so, we have to move the mouse pointer onto the graphical drawing of the film spools. The software will show the winding direction of the film material is adjusted. The actual unwinding and winding direction must match to the scanner and is set accordingly by clicking on it. The additional advanced option PTR rollers for dust and dirt cleaning the film material is shown by the two small green rollers at the graphical drawing. If the PTR will not be used, the film has to be guided only by the single upper roll. How to load the film material onto the FlashScan Nova precisely is described at the graphical drawing also. Here, for example, the position of the audio head unit is shown. The blind cap with a single roll should be used alternatively in the event that no sound recording is carried out. At next, the position of the easy wet gate is shown. The transportation of the footage as shown is crucial. The next figure showing the position of the film gate combined with the LED light source. In the easy wet gate operation, it is recommended to let the film run through the drying unit. In this case, the film is guided over the right outer roll and must be wound up as shown after leaving the drying chamber. Digitization without using the easy wet gate. The film should be placed as shown. Please pay attention to the correct film path and directions of the rotation. The system is still in the load mode, which means that the film is loaded by the operator and not by the scanner. Switch from the load mode into the scan mode, the system is able to scan the film now. After a short beep is heard and the picture appeared, the system confirmed that the film is initialized correctly. Going back one step, changing the film format to 8mm now and activating the scan mode again, the scanner cannot recognize the film and we receive the error message "could not find perforation." This happens because the system expecting an 8mm film, as we have said, but a 60mm film is set up onto the FlashScan Nova already. Going back to the 60mm 1perf material and activating the scan mode again, a live image is provided by the FlashScan Nova system. At the next step, we will select the framing off mode and driving the film back and forth briefly in addition to carry out further preparations. The three levels of the image has to be set up now. The position of the frame line, the position of the pen, as well as the correct focus adjustment. The image is precisely adjusted and held in the right position during the whole scanning process by the MWA LSD laser technology. By using the frame line slider, the image could be electronically adjusted. As you move the slider, you will see the picture moving up and down. The pen position as well as the focus has to be done at the FlashScan Nova manually. The zoom position has to be set at the lens directly. By sliding the whole camera unit back or forth towards the film gate and the light source, you will adjusting the right focus position. To adjusting the right pen position, you have to move the whole camera unit slider back or forth towards the scanner. We are doing this once now, and as we see, we've moved the film into the picture, showing an image edge to edge. The fs2 Focus Assist tool is available to support precise focusing. We now switch on this support and move the camera unit until we see evenly distributed pixel over the entire image. To show an image without the perforation and the optical soundtrack only, we have to adjust the zoom and the lens directly as well as moving the pen. The entire system of the FlashScan Nova and the Flash Suite 2 is set up optically and mechanically now. The tutorial Flash Suite 2 color grading will show further steps to achieve a perfect image in detail.